In this video, we're going to be taking you through how we completed the Cyborg Robot assignment, both the completion of the circuit involving a 7-segment LED and a decoder, as well as the assembly of the mask. So, to start, we need to test the functionality of our 7-segment LED. So to build the 7-segment LED, you need 17 wires, a battery snap, a switch, 7-segment LED, and one resistor, 120 ohms. So to start, we already have the LED and the switches on the board. So to begin, we're gonna connect from each individual switch. So from each 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to ground. So you attach one for one, and then the other end to ground. And yeah, you would repeat this for all 8 of these switches, and because that's time consuming, I'll just come back when that's done. So basically, as you can see, all the wires, they're attached from one end of the switch to ground. So now that that's done, we can get a small step done. We can attach the resistor from pin 8 of the 7-segment LED to the positive end of the battery. There to the positive end, and we also take a wire and attach pin 8 to pin 3 of the 7-segment LED. Pin 8 to pin 3. Alright, yeah. So basically, once that's in, we take, again, we're going to go on to the T step. We're going to take a wire and we're going to attach it from one end of the switch, from the other side, to each pin of the 7-segment LED, except for pins 3 and 8. So, as you can see, from one end of the switch to one pin of the LED. So I'm just going to come back when that's all done. Yeah, so as you can see, I've completed that step, and we've attached a wire from each end of the switch to one end of the 7-segment, but not pins 3 and 8 of the 7-segment. So now if we take our battery, and we attach the negative to the negative side to ground, and positive to the positive end, and we hold the switch down because it does bounce, the whole LED lights up. That's the 7-segment LED. Now that we've tested the functionality of our 7-segment LED, we can move on to actually building the circuit. So for this circuit, what we're going to need is 23 wires, 4 120 ohm resistors, a breadboard, 4 push buttons, 1 decoder, this being the 4055BE decoder, as well as the 7-segment LED, a voltage regulator for 5 volts, a battery, and a battery snap. So to start, what we're going to do is we're going to take a wire and we're going to attach from one pin of each push button to the positive side of the battery. So we're going to do this for each push button. So as you can see, I've done just that. I've attached one wire from each pin of the push button to the positive side of the battery. Just put that back in. From here, we're going to take another wire, and we're going to attach from one pin of the push button all the way to ground. No, not all the way to ground. We're actually going to attach them to the decoder at this point. This enables us to actually switch the numbers on the 7-segment LED. So from this push button, we're going to attach it to 2 to the power of 0, which also is 1 decimal. Take for the next push button, we're going to attach it to 2 to the power of 1. That's 2. For the next one, we're going to take another wire. We're going to attach from this push button to 2 to the power of 2. Which is also this pin of the of the decoder. And we're going to attach the last pin to 2 to the power of 3 of the decoder. That is
right here in between 2 to the power of 1 and 2 to the power of 2. 2 to the power of 0 and 2 to the power of 2. So from here, we're going to take our 120 ohm resistors and we're going to attach from each pin of the push button, the same one which we connect the decoder, to ground. So as you can see, I've attached from each of the push button with the 120 ohm resistors to ground. So now we're going to take another wire and we're going to ground these 2 pins of the decoder, these 2 pins. Take a wire, attach them to ground. Take another wire and attach the one next to it to the left to ground. And we're going to take another wire and we're going to attach the one beside it here to 5 volts up here. From here, we're going to take some more wires. We're actually going to connect the decoder to the 7-segment LED to actually be able to get it to light up. So we're going to attach the corresponding pins to the corresponding segments of the LED. So here, which is F, and we're going to attach it to F here. Second one from top left, we're going to take this one, we're going to attach it G to G. We're going to take another one, we're going to attach E. Here to E down to here. We're going to take another one, we're going to attach D. To D down to here. And we're going to attach it from C here. To C here. And we're going to attach from B here to B up here, the 7th segment. And finally, we're going to attach from A to A, which is here. Now we're going to give the 7-segment LED power. To do this, we're going to take from the 5 volt, we're going to attach from pin 3 here, right? And we're going to connect that to 5 volts. So, now that we've done that, we're going to attach the voltage regulator. So, to connect the 5 volt regulator, we're going to attach the leftmost pin of the 5 volt regulator to the positive side of the battery, the middle pin to ground, and the rightmost pin to 5 volts. Yeah, so as you can see now that we finally got the battery in, if we click the numbers, this is 2 to the power of 0, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, and 2 to the power of 3. So if we press any combination of them, we should be able to get the numbers from 1 to 9. Now that the circuit has been completed, all you have to do is put on the circuit board and we can begin the assembly of the mask. First, use the cardboard to create the desired shape of the mask, which in this case is a cube. Put the mask on and mark where the eye that you'll be using to look at the 7-segment display. Cut out the hole just smaller than the size of the paper towel roll. Glue the paper towel roll over the mask on the outside. The 7-segment LED will be mounted onto the end of the paper towel roll. This is to create distance between your eye and the LED, allowing your eye to focus on the LED. Use the cardboard to ensure that you can't see anything outside the mask. In our prototype, we used a back plate that hinged to the top and bottom cover, and finally paint it to create a stormtrooper look. And that's a wrap. That's how we completed the cyborg robot, building the circuit board and the mask.